All right, everybody. Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings again. Today we're going to continue our caliber war just like we are all week. We're going to move up to what is my favorite cartridge of all time, and that is the 22 Winchester Magnum Rimfire. I love the 22 WMR cartridge, if for no other reason, that's the cartridge I started shooting on. The first firearm I ever took into my possession was a gift from my grandfather. I still have it. It's an Ithaca 49 single shot 22 Winchester Magnum Rimfire. So it holds a near and dear place in my heart. 22 Magnum for me is, in a rifle, it's a great little rimfire hunting cartridge. It's going to be more expensive than a 22 long rifle, but it is considerably more powerful of a cartridge. And you'll see that in some of the pistol testing from Lucky Gunner, like I showed last time, which I'm going to show on here as well, so you can kind of see that as a reference. But it does work fine in certain pistols, but much like the 22 long rifle, it is a rimmed cartridge, so I'm more inclined to choose it in a revolver. And you know what? The idea of something like a J-frame and 22 Magnum with a concealed hammer, that's not just something I like, because if you read Bill Jordan's classic book, No Second Place Winner, he described that setup right there as an ideal belly gun. So the Smith & Wesson 351C, I think, is just a great candidate for this little cartridge. But without further ado, I'm going to show you some of the ballistics here. And fortunately, I don't have to scroll on this one. So again, this is from Lucky Gunner, and I'm going to tag them in these videos. If they're on Instagram, I'll tag them elsewhere, so you can kind of see what you've got. You notice meeting the FBI's 12-inch penetration, that's not a problem with the 22 Magnum, whereas it was with the 22 long rifle. And you note considerably higher velocities for bullets that would be at the heavy end or heavier than the 22 long rifle would launch. So not a bad choice. But here we go again. While the 22 Magnum is a rock star of a little rimfire cartridge, it is still a rimfire cartridge with all the problems that rimfires come with. Meaning in a semi-auto, you've got to worry about how you load that magazine so you don't encounter rim lock, which, to give you an idea here, you got two cartridges, right? If this one's rim gets over this one like this, when it tries to go in, that rim's going to snag. And you see that problem with most rim cartridges in self-loading platforms. So probably better suited for a revolver. And again, it is a rimfire. That means it's obviously not a centerfire, so you don't have as consistent a spread, a priming compound within that rim. So you're not as likely to get as reliable cartridge ignition, which is another reason why I'm partial to it in a revolver. Because if you get a click, just pull the trigger again instead of having to tap rack and things of that nature. But 22 Magnum, it's a barn burner, a little cartridge, and definitely one that I like and think you should consider.